welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those giant shot. Unless you're not Tom Brady, well, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A season of work and all the hype have led to this. The kick is away, and off we go in the Super Bowl. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019. One of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10, Jones. And that one's incomplete. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Jones. It's downfield. He's got it. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First trip to the red zone for the Colts. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid, you close your eyes, and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Williams from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. And it's taking chances like that that help make them a postseason team, Brock. They're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects all the stakes of each and every game.
And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that playoff behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. To the right and reeled in by Downs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Third down, they need 7. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Tyler Warren. So they're left with 4th down here.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. They'll run it with Manunga. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To the ground. It's Manunga. Spins out of one side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Guy with it. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
1st and goal.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears go up 6-0 here in the first. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes?
Yep.
No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want-to run it right down their throat.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Ashton Doolin now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jones now to throw. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
That's good for a Colts.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Jones on first down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
2nd and 10 now, Jones. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Big play. Pierce loses it on the hit. And the Bears have it. And he dodged the tackle. And they'll take over a little further upfield thanks to that return.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. It's an option right that begins this drive. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Now it's Manunga. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go with Manunga here. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Connection made. Kyle Madden. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Quite the moment early in the big game, Brock. This is 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one gonna go against the D.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Mananga finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pull that in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14, Colts nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in rhythm and play your game. There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Jones. He keeps it and takes off. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Play fake, Jones. This one's caught. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 1st down, Jones. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. That's 1 quarter gone on the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl. It's an early lead for the Bears. More from Santa Clara coming up. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Working from the gun, here's Jones. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
3rd down, Jones to throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the red zone on 1st. And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Colts 7.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears, the running back Kyle Manungai, trotting back to the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes. That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, Williams. Pass cut by Smythe. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. They send the tight end in motion. running it now out of the gun. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
Working from the gun, Williams. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 28. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First down, Chicago.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run here on first down. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Williams to throw. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Here's Williams. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Gould on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts and receiver Michael Pittman Jr. out and ready for their next series. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Colts, first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Here's Jones to throw. Taken in by Downs, left side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. That's on target to Pierce. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Colts, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On first down, it's Jones to throw. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
Again, Jones to the air. They set up the screen. It's Pittman out wide. And they bring him down around the 34.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. To throw again, it's Jones. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and his bounce outside nabs him 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Jones running sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. That puts us at the 2-minute warning. The Colts with some work to do, trailing in this game. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones setting up the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
We see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Badgley able to knock it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Blackwell now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Bears, back out on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Williams on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Williams will look to throw. Taken in by Loveland. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Catch made. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. This is Loveland working the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air yet again, Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
First down throw by Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Santos' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over. But I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Takes it just shy of that end zone. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter three of the Super Bowl is underway. Blackwell now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
And the Bears first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Third down. Here's Williams. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And the defender comes away with it. And the Colts have it on the edge of their own goal line. They're at the 3.
Kate, more than any play in the game, I promise you, that's one they're going to say, I'd like to have that. The defense totally on fumes, on the ropes. And what a great opportunity to choose how to attack that last little bit of yardage. And man, did they choose poorly.
Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin them back. It's a terrible field position. They run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. So second down coming up.
He was covered by
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Now it's Jones off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A gain of 27 yards there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Hands into the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage, and that time, the defense got the job done.
Fits it through the middle. And he has this down to the 34. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Jones going to do it himself. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Running it after the penalty. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
2nd and 3 now. Taylor again. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
From the red zone now. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
2nd and 10 now. Jones going with the screen to Taylor. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Bears bringing out an extra DB here. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. And that's going to fall incomplete on the look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Michael Badgley going to try and knock this through for 3. It's a 34-yarder from that right hand. Badgley able to knock it through. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bears about set for their next possession. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Swift to start the drive. Jukes away from one. Solid run in here, and that's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Now run it with Manunga. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Williams on the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, it's Williams. Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears take a 13-point lead. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos now for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Bears double their lead to 14.
Colts 13.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. This makes it up to the 25. The Colts ready to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. To the ground, it's Manunga. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. There's a dive up the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down, Chicago.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue to push for the goal line.
That's more of a catch out left. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Complete to number 2, DJ Moore. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. One guy with it. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that. He's pushed backwards to the 5. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Williams from the gun. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Santos now for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
34, Colts 13.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., so that brings up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones. Hits him on the end route. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Taylor from the pistol. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. The Colts with the ball, hoping they can put up some points and keep their title hopes alive. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
Third down, Jones to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on fourth down. They're going Taylor. And this run's overwhelmed. They drive it backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. What's Manunga? And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They go with Manunga here. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Williams hit, and that ball's out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He's able to muster up a little something there after bringing in that fumble, Brock, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. 3rd and long for him here. Finds the in route, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Santos' kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Pistol now for Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Has a man downfield, it's Pittman. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. That one naps him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First down throw by Jones. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Taylor. And he'll have a pickup of 3, which is good enough to make it 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts putting up points in a game decided. Daniel Jones with the touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
So Jones and his offense ready to go for 2.
The Colts will line up.
They send him straight up the middle, and he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
The Bears and running back Kyle Manungai trotting back to the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. They'll run here on 1st down. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. Through the 2nd level at the 40. And he gets it forward all the way to the 44. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Another carry for him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Williams. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They put a receiver in motion right. 3rd down, here's Williams. Makes the catch. He's got the first down grab and still going. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. One of the tight ends motioning left. The give here on 2nd. Gets to space right side. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They give it to him again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Still just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. To throw is Williams. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Gould on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Man in motion here. Jones off 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 27-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Jones now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9
We've reached the
yards.
2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Colts hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 1st down, ball at the 36. Throwing here, Jones. Dumps this underneath to Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Again, Jones to the air. Completed over the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got first down from the 31. To throw again, it's Jones. Pittman's got it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Jones going to throw again. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. To the air once more. Here's Jones. Escapes the pocket. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, here's Jones. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
We call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. And they take this in for the score. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Colts shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
40, Colts 28.
Badgley on to kick this one away. So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap.
At their own 35-yard line.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. And I think it's just about time to update that Super Bowl shuffle, partner. The Chicago Bears have won their 2nd championship. Well, Brock, as 53 players celebrate amidst the confetti and applause right now, we got to tip our cap to the one who's led this group all season. Only 2 rookie head coaches had ever taken their teams to a Super Bowl win, and now today a third one joins them.
Yeah, every team has a chance to usher in a new era. When they make a change at head coach, we see it all the time. But it all comes down to choosing the right leader to bring in. No doubt now, this was the perfect person to steer this ship and bring out the very best from this roster. And together, they were able to achieve something only a small fraction of players and coaches ever get to experience.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe tonight, everybody. Good night from Santa Clara.